Hey guys, it's Dustin the Pro Picker here, and we bought a house that's gonna change our reselling business forever. I got Jessica on the camera there. Let's get inside and check it out. So in here we have the living room, guys, and so this house has amazing ceilings in it. Stick with me though so you can see what's actually gonna change our reselling business from this house. It's pretty crazy, but yeah, as you can see here, lots of great lighting and everything. Gotta love it. The house definitely exceeds what my expectations were to ever live in. We do have the kitchen here, and you got granite, which is nice. We haven't had granite in quite some time, so that's pretty cool. Nice little backsplash here. Decent appliances, can't really complain. We did change out the light bulbs, so we have a little bit more lighting before we did this. And I think the only food item we have in here is a bucket of whey protein, so generic, because everything's generic from now on since we bought this. And then we do have the dining room here, which is pretty nice. So if you guys don't know, basically I buy stuff alongside my wife, Jessica, and we flip it for a profit on eBay. And what that led to in our current living situation, we just ended up living on top of the business, or the business on top of our lives. And it just became too much. And yeah, shortly you're gonna see why we bought this property. Going into here for the master bedroom. All right, so this is, I guess, a ranch style almost, to the point where everything's just on one level. It keeps the high ceilings throughout the house. So this being the master bedroom, I think is pretty awesome. Definitely more amazing than any kind of master bedroom I've ever had in my life. So as you can see, we've got tons of trees. You're gonna see more of that in just a minute. Now, we do have the bathroom, and we do have double sinks here, which is awesome. We've got a jacuzzi tub. It's actually the jacuzzi brand, so that's pretty fancy. We actually have one of these in our rental that's not too far from here, actually. And then shower here. So this is kind of weird. It's not a shower door. It just blocks off this area. I don't know what I really think about that. In this market, especially Dayton's one of the most competitive markets when it comes to real estate right now. The inventory is super low. You really don't have a lot of choices. And if you see something that pretty much fits the bill, you gotta go for it. Toilet, you guys know what that is. And nothing special there. But yeah, I mean, this is an incredible space right here. And then it has a giant closet with a door. Giant closet right here. And we do need to get that bulb stick and replace the bulbs here, but we have to get the dome out of those. Out of all the rooms, paint-wise, this is probably the one that has the most scuffs and stuff on the paint, so it'd probably be one of the first ones I'd go for repainting. We're not gonna do much work here because, quite honestly, this was at the top end of our budget, so it really doesn't need a lot of work for us. I mean, we're actually pretty simple people, so this is a little more extravagant than I would have went for. But again, there's circumstances. So again, this is all one level, guys, which is kind of nice. We live in a two-story right now that has a basement, and trying to move around business stuff was pretty annoying. Here is a closet. This is that whole thing. Universal bulb changing kit by Unger?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not promoted by them, so, but it worked. Here's the second bedroom. So this bedroom right here has this like indoor-outdoor carpet on it. I'm thinking that we are gonna get this changed out. We do have an appointment for that. It's the only flooring that I think we're gonna change out in the immediate, and we're just gonna stick with what there is. We have dogs. It doesn't really make sense to switch it all up and just have them mess it up. Here is the second and final bathroom. So this isn't like some like 4-bed, 3-bath. It's like it's 3-bed, 2-bath. But we do have double sinks here, which is nice. Gotta love that. And again with the shower thing where it's like the half Again, I don't know necessarily how I feel about that, but it is nice. Again, tall ceilings here, very good echo for the microphone. You're making me like rush into the camera. And yeah, here, this is actually probably gonna turn into my YouTube studio. It's the furthest from the road back there, so it's gonna have the least background noise. I like that it has a couple windows facing outside towards all this wood line right here that we get to enjoy. And really I can just do whatever I want in this room, paint it however I want. It's already got carpet, which where I currently have my setup and do like the shots that you see me at the desk, that actually is on like a luxury vinyl plank. Really, really reflective on the noise. As I say that, there's nothing in here to really diffuse the noise. So you got the laundry room right here before the garage, and our washer and dryer actually have all kinds of things wrong with them and barely sort of work right now. So we do have ones on order, which is so expensive. It's ridiculous what appliances cost right now. But we're gonna have these delivered, I think later this week.
Next week.
Next week. And here's the garage. And nothing crazy here. It does have a Tesla charger.
Purely decorative.
So I don't know what happens when you hook this up into a Kia. Yeah. Oh, what we do have plans for this. So we're gonna have like one garage bay to park the car, mainly for the winter. So like, there's not ice and stuff all over the windshield in the morning. And then the other bay, we're gonna turn into a small little home gym. Now I'm still gonna go to like the regular gym and everything. It's just like on those occasions where one of us can't get out or it's just save the trip, have equipment here. We did buy some equipment that we haven't been using. We bought it when they were threatening like a second shutdown and all the gyms were gonna close again supposedly. So we bought that because it came back in stock. And then, the gyms never closed again, so we kept going, we just went there. But now that we're a little bit further out, it just seems like it's gonna make sense to, maybe work a workout in or so at home each week to save a little bit on travel time. All right, guys, so what you really wanna see is up the hill, so let's go ahead, get up there, and I'm gonna show you the big surprise on this property. All right, guys, so it's got a pole barn here, so it's got a separate space for our business. Let's get inside here and check it out. All right, guys, so we did bring a little bit of stuff here from our deck pile. So like, this is all unlisted inventory. Now, they left a lot of wood shavings on the ground here. So we actually got a shop vac and we're gonna shop vac that out. And it's quite a bit actually, it's pretty dirty. But after we do that, we're gonna get metal shelving and we're gonna put it along the sides here. All right, hey guys, so we're out here at Menards. We have a portion of our shelving that we're gonna pick up now, and we got a rental truck here. So let's go ahead and get that over to the new house. All right guys, so we got the first batch of shelving right here. And the reason that we got the rental truck instead of having it delivered was because we wanted it right now so we could start putting stuff on it and start the moving process. And then we're gonna have another like 5 or 6, 7, whatever, delivered here. These shelves don't come cheap, but it should be like a one-time purchase kind of thing where we're just done. And they go up to like 90 inches. So like, I don't know, like I'm guessing it'd be like up to there. And which is pretty nice because you're able to take advantage of more square footage, store more dollars per square foot. So eventually we'll make back the money from those shelves and then some, right?
Yeah.
Shelf number 1, we did it. Anchor it down and it's gonna basically be permanent. 90 inches tall, so we're gonna have step ladders. If you guys don't know, we have like 4,000 items listed on our eBay store right now, so we're gonna move all of that inventory here. Moving's gonna be a gargantuan task for us. This is probably gonna be like our ship station. They did leave a couple workbenches, which we're gonna actually utilize, so that's pretty cool. 3 workbenches. This room's very interesting. And I think this is gonna be like, there we go. This is gonna be our working room in here, guys. So we're actually gonna set up for where we list, where we test stuff, picture stuff, all of that kind of stuff. How many times can I say stuff? But yeah, probably get a window unit in one of these and one of those eventually, depending on where we're working at the time. And then probably bring out space heaters for personal use during the winter, just kind of rotate it around. But we've got 2 garage bays here. And this door is broken, we're just gonna knock that off. This is gonna be our unlisted inventory. So what's nice is, pull this garage door up, garage door opener, whatever, back in. And we're gonna have shelves on the side here. And just be able to say, this is unlisted stuff, unload. And then, so it's gonna be a process, guys. And a process is really important when it comes to having a reselling business, because that's where you get your efficiencies, and eventually your efficiencies lead to profit. So here's gonna be where all the stuff is unlisted. And it's gonna come right into here to get listed, right there into our inventory section. And then eventually you just pick and pull. So we'll pull orders, bring them right here. This is gonna also be a great opportunity to share a lot more information with you guys. So the channel's not changing dramatically or anything. It's still gonna be like 95% out there sourcing and just showing you awesome finds. But what this is gonna give me an opportunity to do is for like a 5-minute segment here and there, just showing you guys something cool. And I do wanna show you guys as we progress in getting this place put together, and maybe you'll be able to pull some ideas. Even if you don't have a pole barn, you could be like, hey, this is applicable towards my home business. Let me try it out. So, you know, maybe we could all share some information down in the comments as well about ideas. And yeah, I never expected to get a place like this, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, this is probably the most echo-ridden part of the building to have this discussion. So we'll come in here, it's a little softer. It's not drywalled like in there. So like seriously, like 8 years ago, like I couldn't even afford to like fix my water heater and furnace both went out during the winter, and I couldn't even afford to fix that. I had to go like a whole winter, just like space heaters and heat up water on the stove. And now we're here, so just crazy. I never expected it. And I appreciate all you guys being part of the journey. It's been really, really awesome. As far as like adding segments into the channel, I do want to share that stuff with you guys, but I also want to kind of announce that we will have a second channel in the works. Not going to be your typical order pull channel. Nothing wrong with those, not throwing any shade or anything, but I just don't want to do the same thing that's already being done. And instead, it's probably going to be about reselling in general, business in general, finance. It's going to be a nice little mix. And I'll talk about all kinds of topics like, should you buy your own place instead of renting your own place for your small business? When is the right time to move out of, just having it in your basement or your spare bedroom, all that kind of stuff. So if you find that interesting, subscribe to this channel so you can know when to subscribe to that channel, because I haven't started it yet, but we're gonna give this over. Oh yeah, story time. So this Neo Geo right here, guys, stealing the camera from Jess so she can have a break. That's covered in wood dust, like everything in here. It is actually like empty behind there and whatever. It's just like, you got the placard, I think they built out the frame, a screen, the control deck and everything. So like, It really is a seller's market, guys, and you know, we were in competition for this property. We've lost on some other ones. We looked at some that we should have offered on, etc. And we were just at a point where like, we don't know if anything better is coming across anytime soon, and if it is, can we even afford it situation. So in the negotiation, I was like, well, I want to feel like I won something. So I had them throw in this Neo Geo, and I'll probably just part it out or whatever. But yeah, it's literally in a big real estate deal contract. We have a Neo Geo system written in it, so I thought that was pretty funny. If you've watched the channel for any time, you know I always go after the weird vintage video game stuff. So I mean, I got some in this deal. Now let's go. If you want to check out the yard and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. You want to talk?
No, I'm good. I'm just, you know.
Oh Lord.
It's hot though.
Well, it's hot when you're moving around and stuff on the blacktop, and then you go in here.
For sure.
Get your app ready.
I didn't press anything.
Yeah, guys, so it has a gate. Definitely not why we purchased it. It is actually quite handy though. Nobody could like just come in here, back up their truck or whatever. So from a security standpoint, it's kind of nice, but definitely a little more pretentious than I planned. So we are right next to, not a freeway, but a state route. And it is a little noisy in the front yard, but like once you go inside the house, you can't hear it at all. It's super well insulated. And then once you get up there in the pole barn, as long as the doors are shut, you can't really hear it too bad. And it's, I mean, you're working, it's not like it's gonna be that distracting. And I mean, you know, you get used to that. That is probably one of the downsides, but this is a really nice area, guys. All this land right here is part of it. So like, I mean, pole barns are really expensive to build now, so I don't know if I'd want to, but if we ever had to, we would definitely have the option to build another one right here, and we'd have no problem getting the permit out where we are. So not a big deal with that part, at least. And it is, most of it's pretty level, so we probably could fit something in here, I'm pretty sure, if we needed to. There's a bunch of logs back here, and the previous owner was talking about at closing about how they were trying to split them or whatever. He told some anecdote there, but I guess these must be the logs he was talking about.
I thought this was a kickball, and it's like, I kicked it, and it's like 9 pounds. I about broke my toe.
And yeah, so this is the little side yard, I guess you would call it. So it has like 2.5 acres. So like into the trees there is part of our land, and over there. So I walked up a weird way to get over here, but like here is the back deck, and this is all fenced in around here, so that's kind of nice for the dogs. And yeah, I think they're gonna love it back there, and you got all the tree lines and weird stuff to smell, so they're gonna love that. All right, guys, so I know a lot of you probably have followed the channel for quite some time and know that I did the Dream Home Challenge, and the goal of that challenge was to raise an additional $30,000 towards the down payment for what inevitably becomes this house. Well, partway through the challenge, like, quite honestly, I structured it poorly, first off. So like, I was doing 4 videos a week, but only the sourcing for one of those 4 videos a week counted towards the Dream Home Challenge. And I'm just kind of walking around here, but with that being the case, it like basically became like impossible to accomplish said task, because 30K in net profit is roughly like 4.5 to 5 months of our reselling business. So if we're only doing 25% of what we're pulling in from our reselling business, as part of the Dream Home Challenge and we want to hit 30,000, you know, it would have taken over a year to do it accurately into the numbers and everything. And it also started to feel a little bit arbitrary. So I didn't necessarily like how it was structured. I didn't necessarily like how it just kind of felt like I was already at max capacity at that point, really. Because again, doing 4 videos a week of sourcing videos, which is a lot of sourcing to get that much content to eventually put up as a video. So it wasn't really like, I didn't really feel like I was actually earning extra money for the challenge. So it wasn't intentional to like try to be like inauthentic in that way. It's just kind of how it worked out, unfortunately. And I got burned out. Like the edits on those videos, like I had the idea of like every single sale we made, like I would show the B-roll of like when we purchased it or something else related to the item, and then, you know, have the cha-ching or the sonic ring noise or whatever, and have the total go up in the corner. Well, like when you're doing 30 sales or whatever, that becomes quite a bit of editing task on top of the fact that, you know, there's 15 minutes of sourcing video before it. So that's kind of why those videos started to fade a little bit towards the end there, becoming monthly updates, and then eventually no real updates at all. You know, with my father passing as well, that kind of made the monthly update I was planning on doing just get postponed to now. So regardless, we did go out and buy a lot of stuff and sell it on eBay during that time. And that is a significant reason why we were able to afford this house. So that's pretty awesome. I guess something I do want to add is that, again, we were like living within our business and stuff was just kind of like on top of us almost. And it kind of felt not like quarters really, because it was organized chaos instead. But, you know, it had those kind of vibes, and it wasn't the kind of vibes I wanted to live in anymore. And honestly, I think now, not only do we have Jessica right there on her phone, ignoring me, but not only do we have her having joined the business full time, now we have a separate space right up the hill there that, you know, right next to where we live. And I think it's going to make us, all right, so I'm losing my voice here. So, but I think that definitely getting that space up the hill there right next to where we live, we can walk up there, whatever. It's just gonna be a game changer, guys. We're gonna be able to get more listed. We're gonna have a better process. We're gonna be more organized. And I think $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 eBay months in total gross sales, that is definitely going to be a thing. In fact, we had a really solid June, and I do want to make a video sharing that with you guys, just kind of like a rundown on the numbers so you can kind of see how our business operates from a financial perspective. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that this brings some closure to anybody that did enjoy the Dream Home Challenge videos. And I think next time I do have some challenge ideas, but they would be much more limited in scope and I think more fun than anything.
Fun.
What's that?
Yay, fun.
All right. Thanks for contributing to this video, Jessica.
You're welcome.
But yeah, with that, make sure to like the video, please subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, comment down below. I'm asking for a lot because we got a big mortgage and but no, I'm just kidding, but we do. But anyways, thank you again, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.